Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, how are you feeling today? Is everything okay at home? Are the kids at school and is the dog sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. So this must mean that you're ready for today's lesson. Is that right? Yes? Good. Okay, well then, let's learn some more English together. Now, before we start today's lesson, let's quickly think about what we learned in our last lesson. In our last lesson together, we looked at the Benchfield family tree and met Alfredo's parents, Mary's father and mother-in-law. Do you remember? We used the present simple and the present continuous to describe them and what they were wearing. We learned that they are the children's grandparents. Geoffrey Benchfield is Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen's grandfather. And Holly Benchfield is Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen's grandmother. Alfredo's parents are Alfredo and Mary's children's grandparents. Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen are Geoffrey and Holly's grandchildren. Last lesson, we learned that Geoffrey has no hair. He's bald. He's as bald as a billiard ball. Geoffrey's eyes are blue. Geoffrey's got a white moustache and a walking stick. Geoffrey wears glasses. Geoffrey's wife, Holly, has got grey hair. She also wears glasses. Holly's got green eyes. Holly's also got earrings. When we described Geoffrey and Holly, we used have plus got to indicate possession, to talk about things that belong to Geoffrey and Holly. Now, do you remember the relationships from the Benchfield family tree? Do you remember the relationship between Alfredo's wife and Alfredo's parents? Geoffrey is Alfredo's father. Geoffrey is Mary's what? Spot on. Geoffrey is Mary's father-in-law. Okay, so logically, what is Mary to Geoffrey? What about that relationship? Bingo! Mary is Geoffrey's daughter-in-law. Great! Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, so what about Holly? Holly is Alfredo's mother, and Holly, Alfredo's mother, is Mary's what? That's right. Holly is Mary's mother-in-law. So let's think about what Mary is to Holly. What about that relationship? Good. Mary is Holly's daughter-in-law. Brilliant. Superb. Malcolm the chair. Gary is my what? Yes, Gary is my brother-in-law. And what about the other direction? Any ideas? Yes, I am Gary's brother-in-law. Simple. Well, fairly simple. Mabel, I think we'd better see all of that in one of your terrific tables. Champion, the Wonder Horse. Magic, brilliant, Kia ora, Count Duckula, bullseye. Okay now, where are we? Oh, we're here in the studio. Good. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, of course, relationships and in-laws. Okay, time for something a little bit different. Time for some more prepositions! No, 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 say it isn't so, Gav. Yes, it is so. We're going to look at some more prepositions. Why the long face? Prepositions are fun and they're not hard. They're not hard for us. Remember who we are. The Jackson 5 know the first 3 letters of the English alphabet. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. How many letters do we know? That's right. We know the whole alphabet. We know all 26 letters of the alphabet. Jackson 5, pah! We are gods of English. Okay, OJ, settle down, settle down. Back to the prepositions. Okay, which prepositions do you remember? Well, when we met Terence the squirrel, remember Terence the squirrel? Well, when we met Terry, we learned 3 prepositions of time. We learned at, on, and in. Now, who can remember when we use these prepositions? That's right, we use at for clock times. I get up at 7:45 a.m. We use on for days and dates. My birthday is on the 23rd of November. I run on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And we use in for months, seasons, and years. My sister's birthday is in October. My garden is nice in the summer. I was born in 1172! Okay, so we remember those 3 prepositions. Good. Now, in week 7, we saw Doreen Benchfield's room, and we learned 4 new prepositions: on, under, in, and next to. Do you remember? Here's a quick reminder. So, we know that the green ball is in the box, that the green ball is on the box, that the green ball is under the box, and that the green ball is next to the box. Now, last week, in week 8, we learned some new prepositions of place. Do you remember? In week 8, we learned 3 prepositions of place: in, at, and on. We learned that we use in as a 3-dimensional idea. I'm in a building, for example. But we also use in as a flat idea too. I'm in the street, for example. When we use the preposition at, we're talking about a point in space. At the end of the street, or at the zebra crossing. Billy's working at his desk, for example. We also learned that we write our name at the top of a page and sign our name at the bottom of a contract. We use the preposition on to talk about where something is. Doreen's dog is on the bed. The food is on the plate. And the clock is on the wall, for example. We also learned other places where we use in, at, and on. Now, the prepositions we learned in lessons 7 and 8 are prepositions of place. They give us information about where something is. If we ask about Doreen's dog, where's the dog? We get the answer, it's on the bed. This tells us where the dog is. We know it's on the bed. And because the preposition is a preposition of place, we know that the dog is not moving. Today we're going to look at some more prepositions of place. Today we're going to learn beside, between, in front of, behind, opposite, above, and below. My God, Gav! Beside, between, in front of, behind, opposite, above, and below. That's 7! 7 new prepositions. I know. 7 prepositions of place. But have you forgotten? No! Think about the Jackson 5. They know 3 letters. We know 26. What does that make us? That's right. We are gods of English. Say it again. We are gods of English. Now shout it. We are gods of English! Good. Don't worry. We can handle 7 prepositions. No bother. Okay. First things first. The first preposition, beside, is a synonym for next to. Easy. We know next to. Doreen is standing next to the window. Beside is a synonym for next to. So we can say, Doreen is standing next to or beside the window. Next to equals beside. Simple. Not so scary now, are they? No. Okay, what's next? Between. Okay, the easiest way to explain between is with a picture. This is between. The green ball is between the two boxes. Simple. Now, what's next? In front of. And behind. Simple. Look at this picture. Now, when we look at the picture on the left, the green ball is in front of the box. When we look at the picture on the right, the green ball is behind the box. And what do you notice? Well, in front of and behind are opposites. This makes it really easy. When we look at the picture on the left, we can say that the green ball is in front of the box, or we can say that the box is behind the green ball. When we look at the picture on the right, we can say that the green ball is behind the box, or the box is in front of the green ball. Simple. Okay, next. Now the next preposition of place is opposite. Well, this one's easy too. Look at this picture. These two cubes are opposite each other. Now, this drawing looks a bit like beside or next to, doesn't it? Well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that beside and next to are closer to each other. Great. How many do we have left? 2. What? Only 2? Easy peasy Japanesey. Okay, what are the last 2? Above and below. Okay, simple. This is above and below. So, the star on the left is above the line, and the star on the right is below the line. Now, below looks a lot like what? You're right. You're not wrong. Below looks a lot like under, doesn't it? Yes. Well, what's the difference between below and under? Well, if something is covered, we normally use under. The cat is under the bed. The bed is covering the cat. I've got a shirt on under my jacket. The jacket is covering my shirt. Policemen wear bulletproof vests under their uniforms. The uniforms cover the bulletproof vests. If we're talking about temperature, we always use below. It's 3 degrees below zero, for example. Okay, see? I told you we could do it. Remember, unlike the Jackson 5s, we are gods of English! Don't forget, tomorrow, when you sit down at the breakfast table, make sure you welcome everyone by saying, "Good morning, everyone. I am a god of English." That should make your day special. Okay, that's all we've got time for today. Next lesson, we'll look at those prepositions of place again and practice them together. Well, it's been fun today, teaching the gods of English! I hope you all had fun too. All you gods of English out there in TV land. Okay, you've been watching me, Gav Duncan, on M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan, not Zippy from Rainbow. I'll see you next lesson for some more English. See you later. Bye.